Hi, Heather.
How are you doing, Todd?
I'm good.
Good.
What are we talking about today?
Today I thought it would be a great opportunity to talk about the village of Waunakee, the tremendous growth that we're experiencing here, the beautiful boutique atmosphere that has been established, and of course the beautiful Lamphouse, which we're in front of today. I've got a great commercial space for lease at grade that's right around 3,800 square feet, so I appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, you're welcome, and you're right, you do have a great space. And we're looking forward to the perfect user here. And you're also right, we are a growing community. In fact, just yesterday, I got the population estimate for our increase from last year to this year, and our population increased 8% in
That's
1
terrific.
year. Right now, Waunakee's population is 16,200.
That's terrific.
So I started in Waunakee about 13 years ago, and the population was 12 and change.
Okay.
So, but in addition to an increasing population, we've also really done some good hard work at bringing Waunakee's Main Street and downtown to life.
Definitely.
So, can I tell you a bit about that?
I would love to hear about it.
And even before my arrival here, quite honestly, the mothers and fathers of the village have been working to dream of improved energy and vibrancy along Waunakee's historic Main Street's kind of central business district. And things really started to pop in 2014 when the state of Wisconsin DOT was planning a major construction project to redo Main Street. A roundabout was added down by Village Hall, a number of other improvements. And the decision was made that we would coincide our really intense work at improving the streetscape along with the state's project to redo what is actually two state highways, Highway 19 and Highway 113. So we got to work. All new lights, branded streetscape features, benches. You see the flowers that are beautiful.
It's a beautiful add-on.
Brick terraces. And at the same time that the village decided to do that project, we started to see some serious interest from users. One being Hovde Properties. Hovde did Village Crossing, the building, which includes Lone Girl Restaurant and Brewery, Red Barn Company store, Orange Shoe. This building is almost full. And then after that, and their success of that building, they added in what you're going to be talking about, which is the Lamphouse, which is a mixed use with residential and commercial uses. But not only did Hovde invest, but multiple other business owners, both existing and newcomers to the village. And we're just seeing energy with new boutiques, new restaurants. In fact, you even have another client of yours recently sign on a new restaurant across the street.
Well, the nice thing too is I represent Hovde, not only both Lamphouse and then also across the street, but also in Madison, and you're exactly right, Todd. We brought in a great coffee operator, and it's also mixed with spirits, so I'm excited to have them get up and going. They'll be building out soon, beginning next month most likely, and so it's a great infusion, not only for Village Crossing, but also for the village of Waunakee as well. And having grown up in the Madison area for over 40 years, I remember Waunakee, you would hear little bits, it was like a bedroom community, kind of like McFarland and some of these where you heard about it, but it wasn't really on the map. And that's where kudos to you and your team, also developers such as Hovde and all these other operators that are really infusing additional vibrancy through their investment of dollars, time, and energy. And that's really been a focus here at Lamphouse, is that boutique feel as well. When we brought in Evie and Company, Indulgence, Nell Garden, Edward Jones, it's always nice to have some nationals as well, but we really focused on the local and the regional, which to me brings a little something extra to this area.
Nicely done, I agree. We actually have a brand new boutique hotel that's just a block and a half from here that opened just recently. What really makes, let me say, it actually makes my heart full. There's a thing what makes my heart full about what's happened here is the joy that it has brought to people in the community and people who have visited and said, it had the reaction, oh my gosh, what's happened here?
Right.
I didn't know all this is going
Right.
on. And then for folks in the village, they sort of refer to downtown Waunakee as our downtown.
Right.
Like they've come to sort of own it and believe in it. And there's good energy happening. And
Oh, it sure is.
I would love for you to show this space a little bit more and see if we can find just the perfect right user to
I like how you're
us here.
thinking, Todd.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. We'll walk down this way. I wanted to show a couple of the exterior highlights. And like I said, the space measures in about 3,827 square feet. It's the only remaining space. This is the end cap, so you do have the opportunity for dual signage on both sides for additional visibility. Of course, you have a lot of frontage and glass, which with the restaurant or even retail is very important. And then with this, as we come down, you'll notice that there are garage doors. And this is one of the things I really love about representing Hovde is that they're very proactive and they genuinely care about their tenants. And they went ahead and already installed the garage doors
for the
because
open air concept.
Exactly. And just knowing that this elevated feel is something that the residents of Waunakee, also the business operators and people visiting have come to expect. Another nice feature too is they went ahead and also put the chase in for the commercial venting. So when you talk to different tenants, it's a very big investment for restaurants, and having to put a chase in after the fact is very problematic because you have all of the, over 100 different residents in the upper stories.
They were thinking. And this
were
space
proactive.
Covered from the weather, but the chance to enjoy the outdoors.
Right.
It's even, as I think about it and just being in this space, it's loud as we were standing on the sidewalk there.
Right.
But as we just came in under the overhang and with the building to our left here, it gets immediately quieter.
Oh, definitely.
Conversations are definitely possible with,
Yes.
with seating in this space.
It's like a little respite.
Yeah.
And the other important thing to point
Here
out.
comes the truck. Perfect.
Right. That's how it always happens,
That's it.
right?
Yeah.
Something else that's important too is anytime you have a restaurant or retail is the appropriate parking. So in the back, we do have 57 stalls. Additionally, there's underground. There's also street parking on 3 of the sides of the block. And last but not least, there's also an overflow lot. So that brings you well over approximately 90 stalls, which is really important. So that can make or break spaces. So again, another box that's been checked for this.
Don't forget the built-in clients right upstairs, right? There's about 100 units or so?
Over 100 units. Right. So they are consistently 100% leased.
Right.
And right now there are 2 vacancies, but those will be snapped up very soon. And again, it's the amenities, it's the boutique environment that you, Hovde, others have created. And I see it really as art on a grand scale. It's recreating the atmosphere of a village, which you've had such an instrumental part in. And I think it's something really special for everyone that comes into the area. So
I'm really proud of everybody in the community, business owners, village board members, people on the committees that volunteered to dream really hard about this whole corridor, and it's really rewarding now to see the fruits of all that.
Oh, definitely.
Did we want to take a peek inside?
Yeah, let's step inside.
All right.
And so something I'd like to highlight too is there are over 15,000 cars per day that come right through this area here. So you've got great vehicle counts. Additionally, you've got the Heritage Hills development.
Oh, right. Yep.
Right? It's just down the street.
That's a single family and multi-family development with over 600 units. That's about half developed at this point.
Right.
Yeah, less than a mile down the way.
It's really filling in nicely.
Let's not forget, you pick any other corner of the village and we've got residential activity occurring.
Oh, massive growth.
Yeah, so there's a number of developers doing really nice things around the village.
I agree completely. Let's step inside.
I'll get the door for you.
Oh, thank you. So the space is raw. We have 14-foot ceilings, which is a requirement by a lot of tenants, especially anyone that is a national operator. It's an important ceiling height. Again, You have the window frontage. And what's interesting is people will walk across the street to actually partake of the sun. And it makes sense. When you think of the cold winter months here in Wisconsin, people want to feel that life and the warmth. So the space is raw, which really makes it easy for the tenant to build out the restaurant or however the space might be used for their exact uses. So then they're not ripping up different things. They're just going right in, connecting for the plumbing, the electrical. The chase that I referenced is behind this brick wall, and that's actually the trash room.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, which, isn't really exciting to talk about, but the really important thing with restaurants is that they're just going next door for their trash. They're not going all the way across a parking lot, dragging it, and then you have all that film and mess that visitors to the property are gonna have to deal with, and residents and things like that. Right. So again, they were thinking ahead, and that's located really nicely there. The rear entrance, the front, and then again, here's the 2 sets of garage doors.
Nice.
And of course, if they needed another, you can always pop out windows and make those changes. So it's tenant ready.
I can close my eyes and picture it.
I can too. I would love, as we had talked about, a great sushi operator. Italian is a missing segment that could be filled. Healthy, fast casual. So things that you and I have talked about.
Deli style, bagel.
Yes.
Are bagel shops a thing still?
They are. I'll have to hit up Gotham Bagels.
Nice. The one thing I want to offer, both for you and for anybody interested in this property, is we at Village Hall, we feel it our job essentially to be available to answer questions and to promote what's happening in Waunakee. So to anybody interested in the space, any clients that have questions, we are more than happy to accept those calls, those emails, meet in person to talk about what's happening in the community so they can add those pieces to the puzzle as they make their really important decisions.
Oh, definitely. And it's a large investment, and that's where too, I'm big on actions beyond words, and you've been very helpful across the street, and I know with this property too, so I appreciate all of your help, Todd.
Yeah, my pleasure. Well, Heather, I hope it is just a mere matter of weeks or months before we're talking to a potential user, and we welcome the excitement that they would bring.
Definitely, and it will be leased up soon.
Nice.
All right, thanks so much.
Yep, thank you.